you right. Yeah, I do you right. I do you right.
Good morning, Labour Roots! And good morning to all of the comebacks watching from the far U page. Welcome to another episode of Political Hard Talk. I am your host, none other than the greatest Labourite alive and now the voice of the Westmoreland people. See? Good morning, my people. Good morning. Now, guys, the live that we had yesterday was a tremendous live. I am hoping that today when I post it, we will get a lot of views. It was very educational, and it warms my heart to know that so many Jamaicans stood on here and listened. Yesterday I would have had some 9,000 persons passing through the live yesterday. So whatever bit of it they heard, we continue to educate the masses of Jamaica. See? Now I want everybody to FYP and hashtag Jamaica in the comment section so we can, notify our people that we are here. Today we continue with the history, of the Jamaica Labour Party from then till now, and before we get into that, I want to big up all of my people them, over YouTube. Big up on yourself. And by the way, guys, I've spoken to for the people of Westmoreland Eastern. I've gotten contact with Danny Lawrence, and he'll be coming on in short order. So the persons and the people of Eastern Westmoreland, your MP who has been doing a tremendous job up there in Westmoreland Eastern, he'll be coming on shortly to talk to his people and to tell the people what he has done and what his plans are going forward, and he has done a brilliant job so far, and we must keep him where he is and say no to Dayton Campbell. See? Every man in MPP and in game, brother. So big up for all our persons who continue to join the team on a daily basis. Trinidad in the house. PNM has to go. Alright. JB, big up yourself. JB Harper from Trinidad. See? We want to get rid of the People's National Criminal Organization. I did turn off the invite. We'll pick up from where we left off yesterday. But before we do so, I will run the shoutouts. Big up to all I'm a people them as per usual. Wiley out there number 1. Big up yourself, Wiley. Father Dark Knight in number 2. That night I know a good number that Fina in my G. I said one lion and go up a number 1. And nobody can beat that in my G. See? Anyway, Dark Knight in number 2. Big up yourself, my boss. Kanye Bless and Sexy GG jointly number 3. Big up yourself. And One Green Light in number 4. Big up yourself. Patricia Dan, big up yourself. Martina Jones, big up yourself. Nadsberry, big up yourself. Budwise 1, big up yourself. Labour Yard, big up yourself. Marshall, big up yourself. Gregory, big up yourself. Yvonne Downman, big up yourself. Hilly, big up yourself. Cadian, big up yourself. Urgent Fisher, big up yourself. Gertrude Samuels, big up yourself. J. Ross, big up yourself. Miss Chin, big up yourself. JB Harper, big up yourself again, my boss. Mama Rose McCullough, big up yourself. Action Johnson, Chad Carter, the Guru. Arthur Walters, big up yourself. Elaine Barrett, user 38085250348080, big up yourself. Dennis Swaby, big up yourself. Yolanda, big up yourself. Starboy, TikTok page. Kevin the Soldier, big up yourself, my boss, long time. Rai, big up yourself. Kim Francis, big up yourself. Anointed Child, Vinetia, Tolo, big up yourself. Blessings, big up yourself. And St. Laurent, big up yourself. The list is very long. Frederick, big up yourself, my boss. Kevin, big up yourself. For all who, Rai, big up yourself. All who did not hear their name, you're not yet showing up in the watch list. One bro God, big up yourself as well. See? Big up to all of my Westmalites and big up to all of the persons watching from the far U page. See? Now, Before we get into the topic of this morning, I must give you a brief monologue. A pantily monologue, because we don't deal with brief. See? I'm not sending some green heart in I chat there and some bell. Green heart and bell. See? And some peace finger. The finger I mean peace. See? Give you some peace finger. Now, I would have pointed out yesterday to our masses. You know, one love, big up yourself, that, you know, the PNP are the persons who start the political melee in Jamaica. They are the persons who start the political war in Jamaica. They were the first persons to kill, to unalive a labor right in Jamaica. And that is how, you know, we separated and split in two. Before that, it was heated conversation, you know, persons who were affiliated with the Jamaica Labour Party, you know, and this is the party that puts Jamaica first. That is why it is called the Jamaica Labour Party and not the People's National Criminal Organization. The People's National Criminal Organization does not care about Jamaica per se. This is why it is not called the Jamaica People's National Party. It is called the People's National Criminal Organization. For, you know, remind us of his name. We must keep saying his name. So, we are talking about Father Bustamante this morning, the founding father of Jamaica. And as a matter of fact, we have spoken about Father Bustamante yesterday. We are now in the era of George Edward Philip Siaga. See, so we are moving into that era. This is where we're going to pick up from this morning. And I want to say to the Jamaican people that Jamaica is in a good way now, a really good way. And we the people, you know, we must continue to aspire to greatness. You know, Andrew Holness, only Jamaican leader to ban after independence. You know, he would have grown up and seen a lot of the struggles in Jamaica. And, you know, he's challenging them head on. You know, nobody are going to know about your trouble than somebody that is living that same trouble. See, Mark Golding is skewed. Mark Golding grew up covered and sheltered. Mark Golding does not understand, you know, the plight of the Jamaican people. You know, this is why he continues to blunder all the time, and it is like the Jamaican people are blind. Now, moderator, I want to get ready because I know the PNP them always a try to attack my life, so I want to get ready, moderators, to block them. See? Now, I would have seen a clip. Let me see if I can pull up a clip. I would have seen a clip with Mark Golding. And I want to point out a few things before we get back to the topic at hand. So now listen to this, people.
Mr. Speaker, I know discussions about resolutions brought here are neither here nor there. The reality is that Jamaica has a proliferation of schemes that were developed by private developers where the roads are in limbo. And you can't shirk responsibility as a government by saying, oh, that's the way it is. It's the duty of the government to fix the system if the system is flawed. The fact that you're very bad at fixing systems is no excuse. And it's that.
So I will pause this and talk about system and fixing system. Now, Jamaica had a lot of problems for many, many years. The PNP would have spent 19 consecutive years in government. See? And if we add the tail end of the Portia Simpson Miller-led government, we would have given them a 3.5 year break, and they would have been back to government, and they would have spent some 22 years in government altogether. Now when we talk about systems, why is it that the Jamaica Labour Party never inherit perfect system? No corruption, upgraded police station, more hospital, upgraded hospitals, schools, more schools, STEM schools, police equipment, military equipment. Why didn't the Jamaica Labour Party inherit all of these things as we talk about system? No, I am not. Why didn't the Jamaica Labour Party inherit all of these things as we talk about system? No, I am not. See, we have spent that 9 years developing this nation because of the dilapidation that the PNP had kept us in for many, many moons. See, they have not served the Jamaican people well, and the Jamaican people must reject them and continue to reject them until they come and apologize for all of the wrongs that they have done to the Jamaican people. It is as plain and simple as that. See? Now I will listen further. And I will break it down as he says stuff.
Failure is replicated in many different areas in terms of how the state interfaces with the population, where there are all sorts of inefficiencies which people suffer from daily and need to be corrected, and you're very poor at correcting it. But
okay, so Mark Golding would have served 5 years as Justice Minister. And it is Delroy Chuck that came and upgrade a lot of, the wrongdoings that was happening in the justice system. What was Mark Golding doing? Mark Golding was busy drafting and helping to draft the finished drafting, because it started under us. Finished drafting the Integrity Commission Act and tying with it and messing with it. So now the Integrity Commission is working and doing their bidding. Mark Golding did not do anything for the Jamaican people. He had failed the Jamaican people. And he's acting as if he's brand new. He's not brand new. Mark Golding was a part of the old PNP. There's nothing new about Mark Golding. But we'll listen further.
the point about this is climate change is not the excuse. It's not an excuse that can absolve you from responsibility for your stewardship of the road network over the last 9 years.
No, but we say something, and I'm waiting on a list for the amount of roads that this government has fixed so far, and I will update you guys as the live go by. See, I'm waiting on a list of the amount of roads that the government has fixed since they have been in 9 years, and it way past any other government before it. See, the last time, now we have the Spark program, Jamaica. See, the only other time we had a comprehensive road program in Jamaica to fix all roads in Jamaica was during Bustamante's time, when Bustamante fixed every single known road in Jamaica at that time. See, blessings in a mercy, British. Matto, big up yourself. Action Johnson, big up yourself. The only other time we had a comprehensive road program in Jamaica was during the 1960s under the Jamaica Labour Party. You hear me say to you? The only other time, different from now, the Andrew Holness led government is rolling out a program called the Spark program. As a matter of fact, 2 programs. The Reach program and the Spark program. The only other time we have had a comprehensive road program in Jamaica was during the Jamaica Labour Party time in the 1960s. So since 1960, come up to right now, we have never had a complete program that says, alright, this program and this money is set aside only for roads. We're going to fix up a road then. See? So, when Mark Golding is saying that, they've been in government for 9 years and right there, Mark Golding knows, just like many of us knows, that things can't just happen overnight. See? You have to get the machinery, you have to get in the contractor, you have to get the money sorted, you have to get the machine in place, and want to fix up the whole of Jamaica. See? All of these things, they take time. Jamaica not build these machines. See? A lot of these new machines, if Czech not have them, if China have and have them, we have to import them in, and it takes time. We have a thing called the procurement process that takes a lot of time. The government is also talking about doing something about that this year. See? Because we need things to flow quicker and go quicker. See? So when Mark Golding is acting as if he's brand new, and Mark Golding has only been in government since 2016, Mark Golding is still the PNP of old. But we listen. See?
Highways have been built. Highways were built by many governments. The North Coast Highway was built by the PNP.
No, as he says, the North Coast Highway was built by the PNP. I am from Savlamar, and I traverse the North Coast on a regular basis. And the PNP has said they have built a highway on the North Coast. And I've been looking in a magnifying glass to see if I see that highway. Now, anybody that lives on the North Coast and can tell me exactly where that highway that the PNP built on the North Coast is located, please point me to it. I know there's a dual carriageway on the North Coast, but highway, no. But anybody can point me to it? Wanna make me know? See? Good morning, 1 in a million. We move. Let's go.
East-West Highway was built by the PNP. The North-South Highway was built by the PNP. So we're not, and you built some roads too. But the road network, despite the increase in fiscal space, which has been the legacy of the successful execution of the IMH program under the PNP administration of Portia Simpson Miller, after the Bruce Golding administration collapsed this program and couldn't cross it and had to give up on it, couldn't pass any test. We took it over and we set the groundwork. We did the heavy lifting. That is why the tax system was fixed by a proliferation of tax legislation and administrative changes which have borne great fruit. Where the revenue has increased.
And I hear much time a man I call him member. Member, listen to this. They had to turn his mic off, Jamaica. And this is the same thing I keep telling the Jamaican people. This guy has no respect for our institution. He has no respect for anything that is Jamaican. If the Prime Minister were there and the Speaker said, member or Prime Minister, the Prime Minister would have given way right away. See? Now what Mark Golding wants to portray is that he's brand new and the PNP had done this and the PNP has done that. The PNP have not done anything for 19 years. See? This government has been in place for 9 years and there's plenty of things that we can show. By the way, guys, have you guys seen our new parliament building? Have you guys seen the drawings for it? We'll get a brand new parliament building soon. Bad. See? But we move, guys. So what I'm essentially saying is that Mark Golding, and by the way, I would have seen classic comment in the comment section that in this very speech, Mark Golding also tried to introduce another tax. Remember, so the government find the money from somewhere, you know, guys. Find the money and do a spark program, you know. So why is it that the PNP can't find the money? Why everything them introduce a new tax? Why? Huh? We have seen in 2014 where Jackson at the time tried to introduce a fast food tax. And remember, we already pay GCT per food already. So every time you go and you look on your receipt, you see where you pay for your food and you see how much they're taking a GCT. Jackson in 2014 wanted to introduce a fast food tax, a tax on fast food. Damon Crawford wanted to introduce a school tax. See? And they wanted to reinstate school fees. And on top of school fees, they wanted to introduce a school tax. Would have seen Dayton Campbell come back again now and want to introduce a tax and import. So why is it that the PNP think that they should tax all the time? What is going on in Jamaica? You don't see what them do? And all of the people them we are run behind them, you don't see that them will make on the life worse. If Andrew Holness can't able to do so much things in Jamaica without borrowing a penny from IMF, while he's servicing the debt. Servicing the debt means he's paying back what we owe our debtors. See? And he's still able to do so much things all at once in Jamaica. What were the PNP doing for 19 years? Huh? We cannot tax our way out of things. We have to find proper and legitimate ways of paying and handling business. We see the Labour Party do it. You can grow the economy. You can grow the economy and get money from that. See? Turn Jamaica into a business. The Americans have managed to do it. The British has managed to do it. The Canadians have managed to do it. The whole EU have managed to do it. Turn government into a business and run government like a business. And we will have money to fix our thing them. And we have the money now. See? And by the way, guys, you know, for the people that are just joining, I got some statistics to go over. We don't know, I've been over it yesterday, but they are so good, I want to go over them again today. But we are doing it rapidly because I want to get to the meat of the matter. See, I'm not going to stay upon your whole day with you guys because I have something to deal with. So unemployment rate under the last PNP regime would have seen that stood at 13.7%. Today, under the Jamaica Labour Party, is at 3.6%. See? The poverty index in Jamaica under the last PNP administration was standing up to the 2016 election. Would have seen that stood at 21.2%. Today, under the Jamaica Labour Party, that stands at 11% and trending down. See, by end of the first quarter, we might get, you know, a little reduction in poverty in Jamaica. And we will see a massive reduction. You know why? Because the government is rapidly building homes, free homes for Jamaicans, essentially eradicating them out of poverty. See, because not only are they building homes, those said persons who are in receipt of those homes, their children can now go to school for free, and they can go and part also, and not only go and part, but they can go, the older children can go get a skill now for free also. So poverty will be slashed massively, trust me. Minimum wage for 17 out of the 19 years that the PNP is spending in power consecutively, the Jamaican people earned only 6,200 Jamaican dollars per week. Under this government today, the Jamaican people earns 15,000 Jamaican dollars per week. See? Minimum NIS pension contribution. Under the last PNP government, we were so poor, you know, Jamaica could only afford to pay 1,400 Jamaican dollars into their pension pots. Today, we have doubled that and more. You're now paying 3,000 per week. 3,000 Jamaican dollars per week into your pension pot. See? And I think the government even matched that as well. See? Past 12 months, the PNP government would have seen the Jamaican dollar depreciate by 5.4%. You know? Under the Jamaica Labour Party, the dollar has been stable and steady. You know, it is hovering between 156, 157, 58, whatever. You know, it is not rising above that. You know, we have managed to stabilize the Jamaican dollar. As a matter of fact, the Jamaican dollar has gained 50 cents on the US and the Canadian dollar. So the Jamaican dollar is actually building momentum. You remember one time when they used to tell us that Jamaican dollar used to more than US? If we continue down this par, one day the Jamaican dollar can be, you can send Jamaican money go a foreign and then change it and get for them currency. Under this government, that is happening. And we must keep them. We must keep them, Jamaica. Yesterday I saw an article where unemployment fell to 3.5. It's not impossible. See? We are waiting for the government to say. Our net international reserve under the last PNP administration stood at 2.3 billion Jamaican dollars. Today, it is 6 billion Jamaican dollars. Doubled and more under this administration. Our national debt to GDP, meaning, you know, let me explain what GDP means. It is called gross domestic product. Gross domestic product. So, nationally, when we bring in all of our sectors together, tourism, health, transport, agriculture, construction, whatever. When we bring all our things them together, and we check up all of the money them, we say, alright, we earn 10 billion this year, for example. See? That is our gross domestic product. Here what now? Our debt to GDP far outweighs what we earn as a nation. It is more. Our debt, what we owe the people them, it is 6 billion US dollars, not Jamaican dollars. Yes, 6 billion Bertie US dollars in our NIR, which is, you know, couple Chilean Jamaican dollars. See? So, when we check up our gross domestic product against what we owe our debtors, we owe our debtors 100% of what we earn plus more. And this is why the PNP was not able to build anything or move Jamaica forward. Because when they were in government, for that 19 years they were in government, good morning Mr. Samuels, that 19 years they were in government, they managed to borrow some 900 billion US dollars. See, Jamaica was paying $550 billion a day to service this debt that we owe. See, so when we got government in 2016, our national debt to GDP, or what the government owe others, amount to 130% of our GDP. See? Today, that is down at 72%. Greetings in a vote, they rise slowly. See? That is down to 72%. We have slashed our debt in half. And this is where we are finding the fiscal room. Meaning, this is where we are finding more money to do more things. This is where we are finding money to build highway, build school, build hospital, build all of these things. See? Classic say it was 149%. So, there you have it. It was 149% when we took government from them. We have brought it down to 72%. See? So we were paying as high as 60% of everything that we earn. You know, and more. To service our debt that the PNP borrowed. They are the one who put us in this debt, you know. You see them act like them brand new and DUJON'S now. They are the one who put Jamaica in the debt that we found ourselves in. See? But anyway, we move. Today, I am pleased to tell the Jamaican people that for every $100 that we earn, our debtors only get back $28 out of that. We keep the rest. The rest is ours. See? So we are get rich people. We get in there. Should we keep this government? I'm sure you guys know, because they are the ones who is doing the work. You know, they set out to do the work. You know, and let me just say something. I see a little going on down there in Spanish Town, where the people are so unruly and they want to carry on and misbehave. They do not want to subject themselves, you know, to law and order. See? Please, Minister of Security, Police Commissioner, Brigadier, Head of the Army, I forgot what her name is. Persons and Prime Minister who is Minister of Defense. Please do not afraid to give the police the power, to detain these persons indefinitely. See, it is time we have law and order in our society. Please do not be afraid to give these persons, give the police and security personnel the power to detain all of these persons indefinitely. See, get rid of them out of our society. That will set the example. See, it is plain and simple as that. Anyway, we move. Let's get into the meat of the matter now, guys. So the period of Reconstruction and reconciliation. See, this was during the 1980s. So when I remember, all a person would remember what happened in the 1970s. A lot of political, mayhem leading up to the 1980 election. A lot of Jamaicans would have lost their lives. A lot of law and order disruption. A lot of persons were detained. A lot of persons ran away. A lot of persons died. For the freedom of Jamaica. Getting Jamaica back from the dictatorship of Michael Manley. See? So let's go. In 1983, and this is, Papa Eddie's period now. See? So in 1983, revival of the Jamaica tourism or tourist industry which later received 1 million visitors. See? So we revived the tourism sector after Michael Manley destroyed it. So listen to me now. I would have seen this same thing happening, because the PNP would have, the people who supported the PNP would have voted them back in 1970, and they destroyed everything. And we did the same thing in 1989, and they destroyed everything. So you must make up your mind now. If we're not going to do the same thing, then destroy everything again. See? So in 1983, the revival of Jamaica's tourist industry, which later received 1 million visitors. 1983, Dr. Mavis Gillimore, Minister of Education, begins compulsory education in St. Thomas and Chilani. Because St. Thomas and Chilani at that time, during the PNP time, nah disrespect my people. And all I want to talk. But the people of St. Thomas and Chilani at that time, during the People's National Criminal Organization era, If you ask them to show them your eye, say show me your eye, then show you their nose or their mouth. This is how illiterate these persons were. No word of a lie. If you ask somebody from St. Thomas or Chilani at that time, say show me a big toe, they showed you their thumb. See? This is how illiterate those persons were. So big up to the Jamaica Labour Party. 1983, Dr. Mavis Gillimore, Minister of Education, began compulsory education in St. Thomas and Chilani. It succeeds and expands to 5 other parishes. Experiments stopped after government change in 1989. So you hear me telling us a PNP not like educated people. You don't hear me telling us a PNP not like educated people. Because when you're too educated, then can't get up a twist you and turn you. See? I'm not send call Tina Times, I'm gonna share life to Tina Times. I believe she need them to send her back to 1983 so she can go join the people in St. Thomas and Chilani, and other parishes. The experiment stopped after government changed in 1989. So the PNP cut out compulsory education in those places, telling the people, you don't have to go to school, you do what you want. They're unruly. My God, God gracious. It beggars believe that these persons can be like this. It beggars believe. Huh? Fucking hell, man. Anyway, 1983, the completion of the National Conference Center, built in record time, 1 year. See, under the Jamaica Labour Party, which allowed Jamaicans to become the second developing country to host the UN's specialized agency, the International Seabed Authority. So let me read that again. 1983, completion of the National Conference Center, built in record time, 1 year, which allowed Jamaica to become second developing country to host the UN's specialized agency, the International Seabed Authority. See? Also in 1983, after massacre of cabinet in Grenada, Governor General writes to Prime Minister Edward Seaga requesting military help, which them of Dominica and other Caribbean head of government, they request US government assistance and Grenada is freed. The first and only revolutionary coup in the Commonwealth Caribbean is ended and democracy is returned to the region. So Michael Manley, friend and Cumbolo, them try to take over Grenada, and America had to intervene and invade Grenada, and we also send our troops as well who touched the ground in a giant military operation. So big up all our soldiers them from that time who went to Grenada to liberate Grenada and get Grenada away from the dictatorship of Michael Manley's friend. See? In 1984, establishment of self-start fund. Through the development of the garment industry, primarily in Kingston, the Free Zone, Montego Bay Free Zone, Lucy Free Zone, Clarendon Free Zone, and Spanish Town Free Zone, over 30,000 women found employment at good wage rates in the decade of the 1980s. 179,500 new jobs were created, establishing a new record in job creation. The GDP in 1984 grew at over 5% per annum. Between 1985 to 89, and 30,000 jobs were created each year during the period. The period was criticized as Jamaica's golden years. So, if we can tell you say so much job was created in 1980, in the 1980s, and that was regarded as one of Jamaica's golden era, it beggars believe how the Jamaican people can't even vote out a government like that. And this is where we are run from today. If we don't learn from history, we are doomed to repeat it, Jamaica. You hear me tell you? We allow them back power after Edward Seaga build back Jamaica. And a lot of these 179,000 people, they lost their jobs very shortly after. Very shortly after. That is when we had Finzak 44,000 businesses closed down during the 1992, 94, 97, 99 era under the People's National Criminal Organization. You know why? Because this legacy that Edward Seaga sought out to build for the Jamaican people, they could not bear it. And they sought to destroy it. Wanna think Mark Golding, who hate Andrew Holness, he openly hates Andrew Holness. Wanna think Mark Golding a go do when Mark Golding come in a power, him a go try to destroy Andrew Holness' legacy. And it will essentially destroy you, the Jamaican people, because they do not care about any of us. You know, remember somebody tell you, no fuck here and stay there. We'll go back over this now. Through the development of the garment industry, primarily in Kingston Free Zone, Montego Bay Free Zone, Lucy Free Zone, Clarendon Free Zone, and the Spanish Town Free Zone, over 30,000 women found employment at good wage rates. In the decade of the 1980s, 179,500 new jobs were created, establishing a new record in job creation. Our gross domestic product grew at over 5% per annum between 1985 to 1989, and 30,000 jobs were created each year during that period. The period was characterized as Jamaica's golden years. See, 1981, the National Development Bank, NDB. 1981, the Agricultural Credit Bank, ACB. See, to facilitate loans for Jamaican farmers. See, 1982, the establishment of Argo 21, which introduced modern farming technology for export of winter vegetables to the United States and established commercial freshwater fish industry for export and local consumption. Today, during the PNP's time, they destroyed this as well. Even the freshwater fish industry, they destroyed it as well. You know, they destroyed it. And today we are rebuilding that under Flight Green. We are rebuilding the freshwater fish industry and farming things like shrimp and all of that as well. 1982, the illustrious heart was established. See? So in 1982, the establishment of the Human Employment and Resource Trust opened up important new areas to practical skill training. So I'm going to read that again. The establishment of the Human Employment and Resource Trust opened up important new areas of practical skill training and employment opportunities for young people by taking new and dynamic approach by focusing on growth areas of the economy. See, so HEART was established under Edward Seaga in 1982. And we hear the PNP talking about shutting down HEART as well. We hear them blogger talk about it, but you know, they don't have no ambition, so. But we know they don't have no ambition. If they did have ambition, Sydney would have 8 teeth and Orange Coal would not have 1 teeth. And by the way, guys, for all of the people who are suffering from 1 teeth or no teeth, the government has a program called the Second Chance Smile program. See? So if you guys can get on that, you can get some dentures in and you can get a good work. And for the man them, we want on the teeth, Mr. Yasan, when you can't get the hot girl down the road, link up a Second Chance Smile, my G. Get in a teeth and go try again. You see me? Shower labor rights. So, would have seen 1984, the establishment of food stamp program. See? For elderly, poor and nursing mothers. So the food stamp program became what we have today, that is called PATH. See? So that was created by the Jamaica Labour Party, and the PNP would have changed the name to PATH program. See? So that is not their idea either. See? 1985, the comprehensive tax reform. Now would I hear a PNP say the other day that is the PNP that reform taxes in Jamaica. Bull, donkey, didi. Is the Jamaica Labour Party who reform the tax system. I would have heard that from Hugh Richards couple of days back. See? Anyways, the Solidarity Program came into being. It addressed the need of unemployment youth in a way that no previous administration ever had. It offered new hope through loans which encourage citizens to go into business for themselves. Today, we are seeing a lot of these programs rolling out under this government. We revive them and it is growing the economy. The PNP do not care about growing the economy because they are privy to all of these documents and they can look at them and formulate things and use these things to uplift the lives of Jamaican. But instead they dash them away because they do not want to say we are helping you and we are helping you from a program that the Jamaica Labour Party created. That is what is going on. Today in Andrew Holness, we have a leader where if he sees something that is relevant, like the NIDS, that the PNP, by the way, started, and we are rolling out the NIDS because it's a good idea. See? Let's go. 1985, the establishment of the Metropolitan Parks and Markets. See? MPM, an agency of national beautification and public cleansing, which create parks across the city and made Kingston one of the cleanest city in the world. Not so today, and I may swear be. Me say, if you go downtown and you not stop your breath and look where you think it's getting in your lungs, me hear say instant death. You see me? That's what me here. Because I don't really frequent downtown Kingston. But me say dog that think bad. But anyway, we move. See? 1985, we saw a modern golden age home was established in Kingston for the elderly indigent, replacing the Eventide home burnt out by the fire in the 1970s by the PNP, murdering several elderly persons because of political sad people. Because of political warfare. They got rid of some elderly persons who would have voted JLP. See? Anyway, we move. In 1985, Export-Import Bank, the Exim Bank, was established. In 1986, establishment of the Office of the Contractor General, we also created that. That sound familiar to you? The Office of the Contractor General, created by the Jamaica Labour Party. What is the Office of the Contractor General now today? Anybody can tell me? Somebody tell me in a chat quick, what is the Office of the Contractor General? In 1986, we saw the deregulation of the economy, removal of import license and price control on hundreds of items. See? You got that right. The corrupt Integrity Commission, we are the one who created it, but the PNP infiltrated during their time. See? During their time when they were in power and Mark Golding was Minister of Justice. See? They infiltrated it and put their people in. And now we are suffering from that. We must dismantle it. Plain and simple. 1986 we saw the privatization of the National Commercial Bank, NCB. I think that's when they sold it to Lee Chin. I don't know. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. 1986 we also saw PACE, the Program for the Advancement of Early Childhood Education, which established to give preschool children a sound foundation on which to receive higher education. We also saw LEAP, Learning for Earning Activity Program. See? For street children. So that was for street children, so children that is on the street today, and sometimes when I come, and this is from both governments, so let me be fair, a lot of times when I come to Jamaica and I see the youth, them on the street, especially on a school day, and I see them selling chocolate, and, I will not buy the chocolate, but I'll give them some money, and I'll say to them, yo, so what happen? You know, go to school, this is the only way out, and a lot of times they will say to me that, them go to school, which I know they do not. And they will say to them, boy, sometimes some of them will say to me, boy, my mother don't have no money. But these parents, they are worthless. And if you came up and you did not have it, you must see to it that your children get at least education. That is the next best thing. That is the way out. See? Education is the way out. So help them to get to it. See? So number have the youth them on the street that sell chocolate and biscuit and something when they for their school. You get up off of your ass and go sell down a market, sell some callaloo and sitting. So you then can get their lunch money and go to school. Then we come back. They will remember these things and they will come back around and be your savior later on in life. Come on. See? So we talk about leap. And in 1987, the Jamaica Labour Party restored the private sector confidence in Jamaica economy by establishing the Jamaica National Investment Program Agency, JNIP. See? So we don't know, say, in the 1970s, you know, the private sector was taken over because we had a dictatorship in Jamaica for the first time. We had a government that was an authoritarian government. Anybody can tell the people what authoritarian mean in the chat. We had an authoritarian government in Michael Manley, you know, and the Jamaican people suffered greatly because of that. 500,000 Jamaicans ambuscated the premises and left Jamaica during that time of Michael Manley's reign. 500,000 Jamaican people ran away, running from Michael Manley's policy. Them prime that them telling us are the best prime minister. People ran away. You hear me telling you? Anyways, we move. The Jamaica Labour Party restored private sector confidence in Jamaica economy, in the Jamaican economy by establishing the Jamaica National Investment Program Agency, JNIP, whose mission was to aggressively attract investment at home and abroad. Later, its scope was widened by the Jamaica Labour Party administration and it was renamed JAMPRO. See? For Jamaica's promotion. And the other day I asked Hugh Blair, you know, who created JAMPRO, and he hesitated to answer. Hugh Richards, sorry, I keep mixing them up. You know, because I told them so ugly. So I keep on them. One for a predator, one for a alien. But anyway, you know, I'm sure if Mr. Hugh was here, he'd say, we are disrespect him. So yeah, I hope he not take offense, because I know him listening to one of the fake page. 1987, the tourism surge forward to bring in, for the first time in 1987, 1 million visitors in a year. This industry was set on a high road for increasing growth and achieve a position of leadership as an earner of vital foreign exchange. And it has been that way for a very long time now. You know, the Jamaica Labour Party nurtured that baby and grew that baby. See? 1987 still. You know see much things are going on in 1987? And the people then vote out the government 2 years because they licky cartoon. Michael Mann used to give them free $2,000, $500 at that time. 1987 also saw the establishment of the Denham Town Redevelopment Program. You see, we have a St. Thomas Redevelopment Program now. And the people of St. Thomas the other day wrongly voted for a PNP councillor. Anything we then get down there, then for take. I'm not sorry for them. See? Factory workers sewing in garment factory during the 1980s. See? 1988, establishment of the Digiport in Montego Bay to begin the process of modernization of Jamaica communication network. Now, if you listen to the PNP, they will tell you that in 1990, PJ Patterson bring in cell phone, and him bring in mobile phone, and him bring in a cable and wireless. Bull, donkey, Didi. What me say, be? Establishment of Digiport in Montego Bay to begin the process for modernization of Jamaica's communications network. You know hear me say, Jamaica? This was started under the Jamaica Labour Party, not the PNP. Or not the PNCP, the People's National Criminal Organization. See? So don't make them fool, you know. We have the facts in the people. We have it. See? 1988, 1 million tree program. The Jamaica Labour Party sought out to plant some trees to bring some cool shade and cool down the island. You know? And today, we have the same program going with the DUJON'S led government. During the time of the PNP, droughts upon top of droughts, Many trees die, many crops die, we've even been close to famine during the PNP administration of the 1970s. You know? So 1988, we see the reclamation of the Montego Bay waterfront in 1988. 1988 also saw the development of Bloody Bay that is in Negril. You know? I believe it's called something another boulevard now. 1988 saw the construction of Portmore Town Centre, Torrington Park. 1988 also saw the establishment of Social Wellbeing Plan. 1988 also saw a new trust was given to the preservation of our cultural heritage. Restoration work was started on the Fort Charles in Port Royal and one of the Saville Great House in St. Anne's Bay. Excavation started on the site of the first Spanish settlement in Jamaica at Saville. Devon House was developed as a park and craft center. St. William's Grand Park and Mandela Park, then Halfway Tree Park, were upgraded and given new facilities. 1984 saw the establishment of the Administrative Reform Program, ARP, for fundamental civil service reforms. And we continue to do reforms even under this government. You know, I am yet to hear a PNP come and read out the PNP record like this. Big up yourself, you know, Marv Star. See, in 1988, in 1988, we introduced a media divestment program to establish several small private radio stations, and church television broadcasting licenses were granted for the first time in perpetuity. I can't pronounce it. You don't know what I say. Perpetuity. Yes, perpetuity. So you have to break it down in a syllables, PNP. So when you don't understand the word, I'm break it down in a syllables. Perpetuity. Yes, by the way, we move. See? Subjects only to compliance with broadcasting regulation. Broadcast license liberated the media by removing the former practice of awarding license of 5 years term. See? In 1988, construction of residential halls for UWI, UTech, and Cultural Training Center. Massive restructuring of health system also in the 1980s. And we are seeing a massive restructuring today again under this government. The restructuring of agriculture. We are also seeing a restructuring of agriculture today under this government. You know, government in keeping with modern thinking and modern trends encourage high technology as a deliberate policy to meet foreign competition in the production of goods and services. So let me read that again. See? Government, in keeping with modern thinking and modern trends, encourage high technology as a deliberate policy to meet foreign competition in the production of goods and services. Government also renewed growth stability in the country's economy. And we would have seen that is happening today. The government is involved in technology in every sector, police, hospital, everywhere in Jamaica. And we have reconstructed our economy and it is growing. We've seen it in our 80s and guess what? The big sour dunce Jamaican people them. And you see some on the labor right too. You nobody feel like you now get beaten too, you know. You sit down in a yard on a big thinking body and go vote. I make them vote out Papa Eddie. Destruction and mayhem and famine nearly take we in the 90s. 1992, inflation in Jamaica was at 108%. In 1992, people who could have eat saltfish have a tap near me. You go and Google it if you think I lie me I tell. Inflation got out of control. Everything went up. Pickney where used to get $5 and $10 for go to school. All of a sudden, parents have to start giving them $250 now. That's what happened in the 1990s under the People's National Criminal Organization. I don't know if it's true. In the area of reconciliation, the revival of unity among all sectors and groups in Jamaica was established far from the chaos of the 1970s. For example, political polarization was discouraged and tolerance and goodwill promoted with growing success. Today we are seeing that under the Andrew Holness-led government. That is why when time you see the PNP try to polarize the nation and try to split the nation down the middle and try to use the Integrity Commission to destroy the Prime Minister's image, the Prime Minister remains focused on fixing Jamaica. He's not responding to their mischief. He's not responding to their mix-up. We have gone through it already during the 1980s and we are going through it now. It is the same playbook the PNP is using. They used it successfully against Papa Eddie, but this time it will be unsuccessful. You know why it's going to be unsuccessful? It was successful primarily because they demonized Papa Eddie because he was a Syrian man. He was not a white Caucasian man. He was a Syrian man, a fair-skinned Syrian man. See? And the last time I checked, Syrian are not from Europe. See? Close, but they're not from Europe. See? They're from the Middle East. See? Today, it will not work because we don't have a white man leader and we not allow no white man to run the country again. We can't forget about that, PNP. We can't go sit down because the Jamaican people not allow that. No way, Jose. Not body here of our chinny chin chin. See? Alright, classic summer for stop on 1989. So we move. Now listen to this, Jamaica. And let me read this again. In the area of reconciliation, yeah, the revival of unity among all sectors and groups in Jamaica was established. Far from the chaos of the 1970s where the PNP split Jamaica right down the middle and we started to kill each other. Papa Eddie started to unite us again. And by 1989, the Jamaican people splatter again. Gone. They love the killing and the mischief and the mayhem. However, for example, political polarization was discouraged and tolerance and goodwill promoted with growing success. Massive expansion of the coffee industry that is also in existence today, you know. That is in no existence today. An integrated approach was taken to the problems of primary education through an extensive school construction program coupled with the provisions of free school textbooks and school feeding program to provide learning texts and to release the children from the impediment of hunger. See? Now, we see the government brought that back today again. So all of these programs were they allowed to live, to fester during that time. Jamaica would have massively improved Jamaicans. If we had all of these things when the PNP come back, then remove all of them things, I pitch they're hungry again, then turn to gunman and badmanism because they can't go to school because PNP end compulsory education. When compulsory education was there, they were forced to have to go to school and learn something. And the PNP removed that and tell them, say, we don't have a choice if we don't want to go to school or not. And essentially turn those children into gunmen and gunwomen. See? When I time all dog and goat a bus going to town. Everybody afraid to go to town. See? But we move. The introduction of the textbook rental scheme at the technical and secondary school is also noteworthy. The program of land distribution was resumed along with new land titling program. And we see that I go on today again. See? Was resumed along with new land titling program which provides title to farmers who had been settled on land since the earliest days but had never been given such an important document. So Michael Manley would have told a lot of people, say, see the land they want to move in pan it, take it, and then the people they move in pan it and they don't get no title. Some people just get title under this government now. From 1970 till now. See? The backside industry which had fallen behind the economic progress of pre-1974 was given a new lease of life and begin an exonerable return to its place of respected leadership in the economy. So Papa Eddie also built back the backside industry, and we know today say when the PNP came back in 1989, they absolutely destroyed it again, and it is virtually non-existent today. See? PNP continue to destroy this country. See? I am of no doubt that they don't like me. And let me make that clear. Because I am educating the masses of Jamaica, and I am educating the people and opening their eyes to the inner workings of Jamaica and what the Jamaica Labour Party has done for the people. So I am in no doubt that the people that support the People's National Criminal Organization do not like me. And I care zero. We move. So, all of this is 1989, by the way. See? The College of Arts, Science and Technology course and educational symbol of an official determination to promote. Hold on, read that again. The College of Arts, Science and Technology course and educational symbol of the official determination to promote national, industrial and economic growth and expansion was encouraged to teach degree courses in response. Course offered several degree courses. See? We start to build back the education system. The School of Agriculture at Twickenham Park near Spanish Town was removed to an agriculture setting in Portland and upgraded to a College of Agriculture, awarding associate degrees. The Twickenham Park premises was transferred into a police academy. I believe that is still there now. See? Creation of the police academy for training of policemen and policewomen with special courses for officer corps of Jamaica and the Caribbean. See? So we create the police college as well in Jamaica. Restoration of the island's infrastructure was actively undertaken and widely spread throughout. Improve electricity and telephone service, provision of water supplies, and the road network was also upgraded. And that is the last time we'd have had a gentleman come on here shortly, some lives ago, telling us that the last time his road was upgraded was in 1988 under a Jamaica Labour Party government. You remember that brother there? I believe he was from Angela Brownberg's constituency. Good morning, Dior. Big up for your heart, me. See? So, we are going to cut off the desert people. We are moving into when the PNP took over. And I'm going to hear a lot of male, a lot of bad things. The Jamaican people suffered for 19 years under the People's National Criminal Organization. And, we'll see a little bit of redemption when Horace Bruce Golding came. And then fast forward to Portia Simpson Miller, who did not have not even one policy to elevate the lives of the Jamaican people. She had one policy called Jeep, and I am not sure, I believe, the Jeep was a cut car, and they sent the Jeep in a container to Jamaica, and, they did not manage to weld it together. So the Jeep is still in a container somewhere, and then would have seen, Jamaica moving from poverty to prosperity during the 2016 election. So today, Jamaica is a richer, better country than the last one that we had. So big up to the government. Show a labor right. The box is now open, guys. And I need enough to stay up on topic this morning. I need enough to tell me what to learn. See? Because we are teach, we are educate the masses of Jamaica and the diaspora, because there's lots of Jamaicans and persons who were born to Jamaican parents who do not know about these things, and we want to teach them and tell them their history and what took place in Jamaica. The 1970s was a brutal time in Jamaica. Thousands of Jamaica died because of political violence, and it started because the PNP wanted power at all costs, much like they are behaving today, wanting power at all costs. They do not care about the upliftment of the country. They do not participate in the upliftment of the country. They just want power at all costs, and that is it. The box is open, guys. When I tell me what I do now, I not stay for long this morning, you know. So if I not participate, we just end up. See? Plug in my phone because I want to charge. You can't send a request.
Hey, blessings, bro. How go on?
Manners.
Yeah, man. Oh, by the way, correction. They are not no more police men and women. They are police officers. Remember last year, we
Yeah, man.
changed all of that, you know. So
Yeah,
we
man.
not
Me
say
just
women constable
read
and
the
them something
literature
again.
from the past, you know.
Yeah, man. So police officers, we call them now. We need to stress something, you know, because comrade leader in his speech would have introduced a new tax on road maintenance program we talk about. And our Prime Minister would have spoken about it to say that you can't introduce tax for everything. And many people, them would have met that pass. Them never realize there's a new tax the man introduce. So for the past few months, would have heard Damian Crawford coming with a new tax. Would have heard Campbell, he would have come with a new tax, and now comrade leader who has been saying, hey, we not come with a new tax. He would have come with a new tax. You understand me?
Michael Phillips had proposed a new tax as well on transport.
All right. So we see 4 new taxes being introduced right there. So Jamaican people, wise up, listen. One of you listen. 4 new taxes, and the same man was say, boy, no new tax now come. Him himself come and tell we say he will come with a new tax.
Not only that alone, Classic, he said them fi charge some fee per hospital. If them come in, there's some fee for charge. So that means that people are going to stay there yard and sick again and can't go because then I go have the money for pay.
Yeah, he calls it affordable healthcare.
Yes,
What
so
is
that
more
means that them fi
affordable?
charge, but he
What
put it
is
in that
more
manner.
affordable than free?
Yes.
You know,
So,
in an ambition.
yes, so if them come in a power, them are going to charge fee if you go to hospital again.
You know, and I think what you highlight to me, bro, Mayor PNP always I say book rental in schools. A PNP start that.
Never.
In
Lie.
89,
Lie.
Edward Siaga started it.
Exactly. You see
Wow.
the thing, we never have the media on side either during that time. And we never have social media per se at that time. But even the communication, we are the one who brought
Blessings,
cable
bro.
and wireless in Jamaica and not PNP, you know. But let the record show that we are the builder of this
No, man,
nation.
a PNP bring cable and wireless in Jamaica, man. We had TOJ,
DUJON'S.
Telecommunication of Jamaica.
Yes, true.
That we had.
Yeah.
They
Yes,
brought
that is correct. That is
cable and
correct.
wireless to destroy Jamaica.
I stand corrected, yes.
Yeah, man, I remember say Portia Simpson Miller husband was the CEO. So everything what them do it for benefit
You
themselves.
know, I'm glad they said that. I'm glad they said that classic. I'm more highlight something to the Jamaican people. Guys, if on the background loud and a company live, mute. Seeing me, I start show off people if I live without me not go mute you again. People are loud, me just exit them out of live. Anyways, Portia Simpson Miller would have given a policy directive in Jamaica. So the other day when I was searching for what Portia Simpson Miller did, and I could not find anything but one thing. You know what Portia Simpson Miller did? Anybody can guess?
She build the Cedar Grove High School.
That is not a policy.
Okay. Sorry.
She
Me
brought
me just a try bigger up still. No, sure.
she brought in the common law act. So when you and your woman there for 5 years, your woman get half of your things even if you're not married. You don't know why she do that?
Why?
She want run in for Mr. Miller
Because
things.
because she was married to a billionaire and the billionaire had children which she couldn't bear any. So she was securing herself.
Jesus Christ.
You see me I say? It's rough.
It take a man like you to say these things, you know. What a wicked youth, man.
Simpson Miller had sought to secure herself because she could not bear children for that man. And the man had children, so she was securing her legacy. And she brought in that one act. You know, so now if you as a man, which it is fair somewhat to be honest. I am of the view though that it should only be through marriage, but you know, sometimes some man refuse to marry to a woman because they want to go bad and the woman help build them. And I don't believe that that woman should be left empty-handed, to be honest. What say Uno? Uno, hear me?
I think they have to be together for a period of 5 years before the woman would become eligible. You should be living together for 5 years under the same roof.
So what we need for the gentleman is when he gets to 4.5 years.
We cut
John, you are
ties.
so terrible.
We need
That's
to
not
settle
nice. Good morning. Good morning.
stay
That's
5 months
not
away.
nice, John.
And then we come back anti-Marcia. We come back after 5 months.
No, that's not nice.
I just
There's
have,
a break it.
I'm of the view that you know they shouldn't be left empty-handed. To be honest, if they help to build a thing, you have some woman who come and see with the things and want to take her fight and then contribute to it. But if they genuinely help and you can prove so that them can prove so they help, by all means, no problem. See? So anybody learn anything new that they did not know this morning?
Yeah, man, what heap of new things we learn, man. But hear me now, joke of the day. Caution last night for motivational meal attacks. Live.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you go down, so. You go over, so. Taxi a load. Remember, a man saying work a starting, you know. And them have so much time for the on life for the whole day. You understand? But the question was asked, is indirect taxation new to Jamaica? And will the PNP get rid of it if they should come into power? Well, like PNP, they run off for life, brother.
Mighty God.
All of them run off for life, including Mr. Sir there, Mr. Taxi man.
So which one of the taxes? What is indirect? Like GCT?
Yeah, him say the whole
But that was the the PMP introduced GCT.
yeah man. We all know that. But they
What
make it seem
indirect,
as if
let me ask you something. What indirect tax are they proposing that the Jamaica Labour Party is using? Does anybody know the name of that tax? Because as far as I know, that one same indirect tax is still GCT.
exactly. As a one man say tax a tax. Tax is tax. But we have reduced tax on items. But they want to introduce new taxes and they want to increase taxes. When PNP was in power, you know, they had 60 different taxes, you know. They had 60 different taxes. There is even a tax on the gate number where upon your gate, brother, or upon your door. It's just that it never take effect. There's a tax on the dead. Just imagine you're dead. You don't have nothing to do with the world anymore and you're being taxed. PNP introduced that. If you have paint your house, brother, you're supposed to pay one tax. So everything, 60 odd taxes.
And taxi hand cat man, them same poor people them work.
Yeah, change the color on your motor vehicle, you have to pay a tax. But you must remember the first tax we reduce, you know. Which tax is that? Income tax.
Repeat what you said, bro. Which tax?
Income tax.
Oh, according to PNP, for us to get rid of indirect taxation, we have to get rid of income tax and GCT and a whole. Now remember, a PNP want to introduce brand new taxes and increase taxes. So how them all get rid of that, my people?
So let me ask you a question. Should we get rid of all of those taxes? What we are gonna use for build road, hospital, and school? Where they want, where they say we not build?
That more I know. Because as I say, Mark Golding in his last speech in Parliament said we need to have a brand new tax, and that is to maintain the roads. I remember when they were in government, they came in with the same road maintenance tax, and no road never fix. A jeep never take off. As well, you say cut car.
They need more the money.
Yeah, man.
Classic, did you hear Dr. Dahl's speech other night I sent on? Dr. Dahl, I'm not going in the talk about how people that sleep on bench. And people that sleep on bench in a PMP days. Two people used to the palm bed in a PMP days same way. The problem is not the bed, you know. The problem is that the hospital need to enlarge. More,
So,
what you need another wing.
Claudette, what is the solution to that? Use him same speech I used last night and splice it and remind people that in 2015 he was talking about how the PNP mismanage hospitals or healthcare centers.
That's right. The man is a two-mouth sword. Two-mouth sword. Because he not thought that they say in 2015 they said they have to use garbage bag and all of that nonsense for apron and sitting. You see, so them are wicked.
So labor
Jamaica
rights,
people
we know for split videos.
and no read.
So there was a
hold on there. DM said the two of them are the same. Okay, listen to this though. So the JLP reduced GCT from 16.5% to 15%. Small businesses earning as little as $3 million for the year had to pay GCT under the PMP. Today, under the Labour Party, small businesses are allowed to earn $10 million for the year before paying GCT. The PMP, under the PMP, small business had to pay minimum business tax and asset tax even if they did not make a profit. Under the JLP today, that is zero. It has been abolished. Small businesses no longer have to pay minimum business and asset tax. Here are some more accomplishments under the JLP and what used to be under the PNP.
So
Under the PNP,
there was 60 plus taxes, and that are one of them where you just talk about. See it?
Right. So under the PNP, every employee earning above 992,800 per year had to pay income tax. Today, under the JLP, only employees earning 1.7 million or over per year pay income tax. Under the PNP, duty-free allowance and imported items under US $50. Under the JLP, duty-free allowance doubled to US $100. So you don't pay duty on imported items under US $100. Under the PNP, only US 500 duty-free traveling allowance. Today, under the JLP, US 1,000 duty-free allowance every time you return from a trip abroad. So that has doubled. Under the PNP, over 50 billion in new taxes imposed on us in 4 years between 2012 and 2016. For the last 8 years, no new taxes under the JLP. And as you all are aware, unemployment under the PNP was as high as 13%, and today under the JLP it is 3.6%, and it continues to trend down.
3.5.
3.5, yes. And look, we just had a health fair up by you, over 600 vacancies available in the Ministry of Health alone. So a lot of jobs
continues.
are out there. And
The
when you
welfare
see the
continues today.
gleaner, yes, and when you look at the gleaner over the weekend time, you see 8 pages, vacancies available. So people prepare a resume and send in an application. Under the PNP, minimum wage was $6,200. Under the JLP, it is now $15,000, more than doubled. I will not tell us if you settle for minimum wage, right? If you have ambition, you're not going to live
In a
for
PMP
minimum
days,
wage.
we young people couldn't get no job.
No
No
job.
job.
You have to pay agency.
Yeah,
You have
no
to
job.
pay agency to
You
go
know,
and
me
get one
walk my
work.
foot on the ground, me walk my foot for the
And
people them in the job they now left out of their job until they retire. Young people couldn't get no
exactly.
job.
In a government, them never had a move.
Right, because they now
Never
build the
had a
economy
move.
fee make people get job.
The old people them never had a move in a government.
Me rotted world.
Since Andrew come in now, we have to pay young people.
Right, me I
And
tell
them
us
a
if
buy
I
them
know me
vehicles.
young.
And them a do this and them a do that.
People, young people in that yard, you know, if them at them no want work.
Right now, I see.
Let's glad it near your ball out here.
Yo.
You're right. I do it.
Well, and we have one new person at the box, DM. Hi, DM.
Yeah, ball out
Morning,
here.
morning.
I do it.
Well, right now, too, let me see, right? Everybody a point finger. Who do this and who do that? People keep on a focus on the past, right? You have the power to do the right thing. Just do it, no point, no finger. You get what I say? It two party do wrong. Me no depend no side, right?
Hold on, Philippians. No rush him, no rush him. Wait,
Okay,
wait,
we're not
Philippians. Wait.
rushing. All right, yeah, go
You get
ahead.
what I say? Everybody keep on a point finger who make road, who no make road and all these things. We not talk about that, that I pass, right? Both of them do what they say they do. We are talk about right now. We are the right now.
All right, so I go on right now,
So
DM.
DM,
Talk to him. What I go on right now.
DM, I listed out some of the things that are happening now.
Yeah, me hear everything where you say about the tax and stuff like that, and the raise a minimum wage and all these things, right? But at the same time, minimum wage raise, but where minimum wage can do for you? 15,000 can't do nothing for nobody at Jamaica, you know?
So you are gonna live for minimum wage, you know, no ambition, you know, go back to school, you know, no CXC, you know, go back to school and do 1-1 if you not.
Me not do minimum wage,
you
but
know.
me I say $15,000.
Yeah, but every country has a minimum wage.
Philippians.
Hold on. Everybody can't talk to the person at the same time.
Calm
One
down.
person at a time.
We're not using nobody with this.
Horatio, you can
Hold on a little bit now. Ask him.
First, man, you just come on for the thing. That's
Hold
what I
on,
know.
guys. Hold on, no.
Yeah, man, hold on, man.
DM.
Yeah.
You're aware that every country has a minimum wage, right?
Yeah, but we are literally lowest, I think, right now in the Caribbean.
But you can't compare the rest of Caribbean to Jamaica.
No, but at the same time, even
in Bahamas, you know what they spend, their currencies equivalent to US dollars.
Yeah, I know that, but right, I'm saying to you guys, right? We keep on saying this and that, but yet still, we are saying government do good things, which we know say then do good things, right? And Joel do a lot of good stuff, right? But I'm saying to you, you say, unless you don't have any ambition to keep on working for minimum wage, right? But at the same time, that way system put in place. I may ask you, what $15,000 can do for somebody at Jamaica? Tell me.
It's not a livable wage, it's a minimum wage, and it's to prevent people from being exploited.
Yeah.
Every country by law.
The question is, bro, is minimum wage livable in every country? Can you live off of that in every country? Make him answer that first, DUJON.
No, everybody can live off a minimum wage.
Okay, so why issue this or no?
No, money too small down at Jamaica.
So, you know, things as Philippians rightly said, there are opportunities for you to go and learn so you can earn more. Go upskill yourself. Why you are comfortable in a minimum wage work?
Let me ask him something, Classic. So with them, out of 6,200 Jamaican dollar and 15,000 Jamaican dollar, which one is greater?
Go ahead again.
Out of 6,200 Jamaican dollar and 15,000 Jamaican dollar. See? Which one out of the two is greater?
15,000 greater, but may I ask you again, what you can do? Would you go to
Alright,
Jamaica and work
boss.
for it?
Hold on, hold
They're
on,
gonna want
hold on, dark shades, darker shades. So out of 15,000 Jamaican dollars DM and $0, which one is greater?
15 greater, but may I ask you, would you work for it?
Of course,
they get
You wouldn't do it.
they
Go on
get
to
they
Jamaica,
get
go
of
work for it.
course.
Go
But
on to
two
DM,
Jamaica,
I
minutes.
go work
used
for
to
it.
earn the
Dojan,
minimum
2
wage
minutes.
one time. I
Well,
used
on, they
to
beg
earn
you two
minimum wage one time, DM, but I am no longer earning that. I
Philippines,
started
beg you.
from the bottom and now I'm at the top. And
Go ahead,
I
darker shades.
still have ambition to go further.
Go
Beg
ahead,
you two.
darker shades.
Beg you
Go
2 minutes.
ahead, Darker.
Yeah, beg you just 2 minutes. Alright, General. Saying,
Yeah.
alright, we get what you're saying, we totally understand. Right? Your sore point is minimum wage because I see that's where you have been stuck on, right? Alright, listen to this now. In everything in life, you have a start, you have a middle, and you have a finish. Seeing? You as an individual have the opportunity to make something of yourself. You have persons in Jamaica, when they get to start working, they'll never start at the minimum wage level. You have persons who may have to start there, right? What you need to understand is that the minimum wage is put in place. It is something that has been put in place to ensure that whosoever you or any other person work for, they will not be able to pay below that amount of money per week, per 40-hour work week. You understand? This is what the government has put in place to ensure that persons who are put to work are not being paid below this amount, right? Now, years upon years, you have seen where Jamaica has continued to develop to where it's at this point. Good?
Mm-hmm.
8 years ago, minimum wage was at $6,200. What about 30 years before that? You understand? And how was the movement taking place before that? This government has taken it on itself within a 8-year period to raise the minimum wage by 120%. Right? It states that they understand the economics and they understand where we are coming from as a people, and they understand that it has the wage has to be at a level where people can start off life with. It is not something to be livable, because at the end of the day, when you start when you start to rent house or take care of children, all of these things, you will have to pay more economically. You'll have to spend more money, right? But this here that you know is the minimum wage is for starters. So it's on every Jamaican individual out there to ensure that when they get that start, they don't maintain that start. They keep moving up the ladder, right? Me a big man, a lot of persons here and here are big people. They started somewhere. It might not have been the minimum wage, but they started somewhere. I guarantee you, it's not a guest situation.
All
That
right.
every person on here presently who are over 40 are not at the same wage level that they were
Well, me can tell
20
you
years
in
ago.
darker shades, I
20
started
years
my
ago.
working life working for £75 a week. If you can't pay me £100 in a 8 hour, you can't not work for you now. See?
Dojan,
Everybody have to start somewhere.
my first wage was $7,700 per fortnight. Every 2 weeks, me used to get $7,700. And a government me not work for, bro. Me not work for PNP government. 7,700. Now, me think turn up, me think not normal, brother. And that me I try to show you. I'm still a work for your government. So I'm saying to you that you start somewhere, but you have to work your way up. The good thing about this government is that they have seen that $6,200 is not enough. It is not startable. So they have moved it from $6,200 to $15,000. So you get $60,000 a month as a start wage for persons who may not have any skill or education, but them are
Alright,
work.
hear my point now again, right? You say you have to have ambition and uplift yourself, right? So you can make more money. Say for instance, you're going to art and you're doing a 9 to 5 job, earning the minimum wage. And the skill that you learn it at art is at least for a year. Can the $15,000 maintain you for that year to go to school and to buy food?
Damn, you have to make you work, you know.
Hold on there, but in the no say you
You
can
have to
get
make you work,
stipend
damn.
at art
May I
too.
ask you how? Can it
Hold
can
on, in
maintain
Second,
to take
no,
you
beg
to
you a
school
second.
and buy
classic,
food?
Me need to
deal
tell
with
you,
it,
no,
yeah.
me need to tell you about that experience. This is a true experience.
It can't be
So,
maintained.
hold on, my friend. So 2005, I was working at George Kirby's hardware. I was getting $6,000. No, $5,400 to be exact. Yeah, that was my weekly pay. I wanted the Saturday to do my level 3 in construction at heart. I left work at 1 p.m. every Saturday, and they refused to give me the Saturday. I left the work, but before I left the work, my pay was increased 2 times just for me to not leave the work. But I still left the work. After that, I got to do my level 3. Remember, I know I not get no pay, you know? It's a sacrifice what I make. I not get no pay, brother. I don't know where the money will come from. You see, after doing that, getting my level 3, I became a supervisor at the municipal corporation from day one. You understand me? So you ask yourself, what's the sacrifice you're going to make in your life? Remember, 2 times the pay increase.
They don't want to
2
make no
times.
sacrifice, classic. They
You get
want
me?
government to give them $1 million and buy them a house and buy them a beam and give them money to spend and so them a people operate. They don't want to work for nothing. See? I saw them a people operate. They just want to get things. But I say government is there to make the policies for you to use, for you to uplift yourself. And they are doing so in Jamaica. See? And Jamaica is moving better than a lot of the big countries that you guys see and live. Because Mr. DM, I just get a message saying you live in Canada. How is Canada doing, sir? How is Canada doing?
Well, Canada not really. Canada is hard, but it's not really treating me a bad way.
Can you live off the minimum wage in Canada?
No, I'm not a minimum wage person in Canada,
But
but you
I'm
can't live
asking
off it.
you,
Yeah,
you
different
know the
minimum wages
minimum
are
wage
man.
in Canada? You know what
No,
the minimum wage is?
you can't live off it.
Okay, so why do you expect people in Jamaica to live off the minimum wage? And hard, you have out there, you know, you can go hard for free, you know that?
Yeah, but me never tell you say nobody will live
But
off
the
of it
bigger
now.
question, you should
But it's
ask
not
him
a
about.
livable wage, it's just a wage where you and
Philippines
it's
tell her
a
that from the
law
start.
where your employee cannot pay you under that.
Tell
Every
her that from the
country has a
start.
minimum wage.
But here's a
Me
bigger
used to work
question.
when me used to earn mostly $11,000 a fortnight. I remember say me have make me tuition fee I come out of it. College me I go. Fortnight me I get that $11,000.
But here's a bigger question. In Canada, do you have programs designed for you to get free education so you can go upskill yourself?
Yeah,
You have free programs there?
a lot.
Okay, great. Me hear enough people say nothing of there, but from you say it, me go agree with you.
Classic. He must ask if the wage is livable. Seeing? Or it can do much. It might can do a whole lot compared to a certain lifestyle. But I know persons who live off minimum wages.
You
They're
know,
not
sir.
crying at this particular time. What they're doing is that they're upgrading themselves.
Nah, cut
So
your
it
darker shades. But me just, as we are talking, me just get a news notification. Sainsbury, one of the biggest supermarket in England, announced just now that they are cutting 3,000 jobs. 3,000 people without a job this morning. And it continue to happen in the UK, even though we vote for a new party.
I see him thing happening
But
at
hold
Quebec too.
on. But hold on, we are at people see Jamaica job in the box right now. He's at the UE Health Fair and Career Expo. We're adding 600 people to the Ministry of Labor. 600 vacancies available. Jamaica jobs.
Yeah, blessed morning, everybody.
You
oh,
can
yeah,
turn on
okay.
your video and let us see
No,
what's
I was,
happening.
it was last night. It was last night. I never,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So tell us about it.
Experience, please, yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's exciting. It's phenomenal. I wasn't there in the day. I went when it finished, but the jobs are plenty. That's all I have to say. And plenty would be an understatement even right now. The benefit that the government is giving. I mean, people know about these things. You can get the job. You can go back to school. You know what I'm saying? And I would encourage people to go. You know, if you have a vision and a plan for yourself. You know what I'm saying? One thing I know, we're talking about minimum wage. Most company right now don't pay minimum wage. Most company don't pay minimum wage. The problem that I realize though, I'm doing this Jamaica job thing though. The problem that I see, people are not qualified, people can't read. It is just weird. You know what I'm saying? And you can't facilitate that type of behavior. People want money, but them can barely read. People want money, but them not qualified. You have to put them in the work. You understand me? I said? So it's just crazy. But I mean,
That's what Michael Manley did in a job hub. So there's something when bed in a elder them. That's what Michael Manley did.
And we have heart. You can study up to
Wait,
level
wait.
4 at heart, and you can get $50,000 grant to buy your tool
We're
and
the
your trade.
Philippines.
Yeah, go ahead.
DM.
Yeah.
Before I started university, see, I was working $10,000, right? And before me even sign up, I had only one subject, and I was getting $10,000, and I paid for evening classes. Out of that $10,000, and I did 5 subjects, and I was doing a 9 to 5. Plus, I had a child going to school, right? After passing my CXCs, I signed up for UCC, and I was getting $10,000. Mind you, I still have a child going to school, and I had to pay for that tuition without student loan with $10,000, right? And I have to find money for go work, pay the tuition fee, and plus my child. Now I am finished. Now I am working more than what I used to work. Okay?
Yeah.
So
Can I come in
minimum
and say
wage is
something?
basically a benchmark. It does not mean that the employer is supposed to pay you below that amount. It just means that they can't go below that. It means they can go above but not below. Now, if you're a person that have ambition, right, and you want to reach somewhere, you want to make something out of life, you don't stuck at one level. You keep moving, you keep going up the line, you keep elevating yourself, right? So when you hear people saying that minimum wage can't help nobody and whatever, you try and make it from the little that you have. You make sacrifices in order to reach where you want to reach. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
J-
Morning. Hold on a second, Job Fair. DM, I
Yeah.
was here earlier and I had to jump out. But
yeah,
something
but
literally
give me a
strike me
chance, like
when
how give me a chance, like
something
how you been there, you know.
some,
And let me just say something.
something literally strike me, DM, when I heard you said that if $15,000, say you're earning $15,000 and you want to go to art. I don't know if anybody literally answer you on that one. And you go to art and all of that stuff. DM, if you're going to art and you apply for art at the present moment, as is now, you understand? It is a possibility, a 90% possibility, that the hard trust now will literally pay you $67,000 a month. That's including your bus fare and actually lunch money. You understand?
Well,
And if you're earning that $15,000 a week, so you're getting $60,000. So that 67,000 that you're getting from art, put that with your 67 with that $60,000 that you'll be earning now. So that's 127,000. You understand?
well, I think you're gonna get that money when you finish, right?
No, no. It's not when you finish. While you're going there, that's when you get it. You get it as a stipend. You understand? And that's what this government is doing. I can ask you. I may ask you this question now, DM. Assuming that you're overseas, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You work in minimum wage. Can minimum wage literally do nothing at all for you overseas?
No, minimum wage can't do nothing for you.
Exactly. It is the same in every country. Minimum wage cannot do nothing at all for anybody if you just sit down and you're just earning minimum wage. Remember, you have to pay all the different bills, food, we don't even need to go there. You understand? So what is going on in far advanced than even enough place in the States and in Canada and England as well. Because I don't think that the government in those countries, they're literally paying you to learn a skill. Whence it is going on here in Jamaica. And on top of that, if you want to do, you're earning minimum wage and you want to do some farming. You understand? You come home in the afternoon or your free time or whatever. You do some farming. You identify a piece of land that the government has, and you want to upskill yourself and plant some ackee tree. The government willing to give you 500,000 plus help you get those trees.
You can get the land lease at a reasonable cost.
So there's
Mario,
land lease is $10,000 per annum at the agro parks.
Yes.
And they're giving you a minimum of 5 acres.
Right. And if you're planting ackee is in demand, DM. And United States at this present moment willing to take at least 3 containers a week. That's what the United States is offering. Asking the government of Jamaica if they can get anybody to do that. You understand? And the government come with a plan, say, look, to any young people or anybody, identify this piece of land. You understand that we, the government, own. We're going to lease you this land on a small base, as what Classic just tell you. You understand? And they will give you 500,000. 500,000 to plant these ackee trees. And on top of that, they will find the market for you. So there's just so much going on in this little country and all of that stuff that this $15,000 that we're talking about, it can go a far way. Honestly, it's not much. And nobody didn't say you just go with $15,000 and everything going to be good. It's not going to be all good with the 15,000, but you can do what I just said to you and everything will be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. And maybe you're looking at it from a point of view of maintenance, right?
Yeah.
So take for instance, you have 2 young people, right, living together, and they have kids, right?
Yeah.
So 415 is how much?
Huh?
415 is how much?
60.
And if the 2 person live together and each of them is making 60,000, how much is that for the month?
140 or 120, 120. I mean.
And if the 2 person put together, can that help them for the month?
Well, I don't know, everybody live different,
All right. So it depends on how you are living and how you adjust your life, right? So if you're making a minimum wage and you decide, say, every week or every 2 weeks out of your minimum wage, you have to pay $5,000 to do your hair and get Brazilian hair. I mean, I say people must have ambition or people must look good. But if you cannot balance your pocket, right, and it comes down to how you manage and finance yourself, right, then who are going to do it for you? If you can't do it for yourself, who can do it for you? Because remember, you don't have education, you don't have a skill. 2 of you live together and 2 of you having kids, but 2 of you making 120,000 a month. While one person who doesn't have somebody to support them, only making maybe 80 or 90,000 per month. So your household is that you're working minimum wage is still making more than what another person is making. So you see how the minimum wage work?
Yeah.
So you can't just look on it and say, boy, 15,000 can't do nothing. Because you might have 3 persons. You might have 3 persons in the household working minimum wage. So for that one household, how much money is that? 180,000 in the household. That make any sense to you?
But me got hear that one. This sound stupid, but say you have some women who have 4 pitney, and them would rather go on part more than to accept the minimum wage. And the minimum wage would have work out more than even the part money. But yet still a big part here they run. Them a run down every day. They want to go palm part. Oh, by the way, since me the palm part, the people who the palm part and the people who have them pitting palm part, you can get up to $200,000 as a grant from the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, the part office. And you don't have to pay about that. And at the end of the year, the same $200,000 there, enough than the money where you get for one picnic for the year. So you go start up one business or you continue one business. 2 years later, if your business is strong and it's going on, you can get an additional $150,000. Oh, by the way, your picnic now go come off a part here. So for that, you know worry about. I remember $200,000 more than $36,200. I really $36,200 you get for a year versus $200,000.
And classic, you know the part where burn me the most? When me hear the man we claim say I'm gonna be the finance minister of Jamaica, say him tell you them in a film constituency say, do not go do no minimum wage work because it don't make no sense. What kind of freaking leader you want to be? What is it that you're telling the youths?
And him tell the youths them to figure up on part, don't it? And that's tell the people, you know.
In 300 meters,
people are evil.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
When is it that you're going to tell the youths them instead you encourage them, say, young man, go and go do your local minimum wage work and until you can upskill, find something that upskill yourself where you can earn more than minimum wage. The government say minimum wage, it doesn't necessarily mean that the people them will have to pay a minimum wage. Because we know people that get $20,000 a week.
At the roundabout, take the second exit onto West Henderson Boulevard.
You understand? Minimum wage is just there to guide. So
and the PM said as the economy gets better, the minimum wage will increase.
The question for the minimum wage, stop it there.
The question I would like to ask one of those people, how much is it that they think the minimum wage should be? That's just one of the great questions you any time you hear anybody come. What is it that you think?
Then we tell you $20,000 a week.
Now 1 minute on the minimum wage, stop it there.
Go ahead, Papa.
Yeah.
In 900 meters.
Every time somebody
and right onto Southeast 4th
conversation, they must strike at the government with the minimum wage. Government don't employ people at minimum wage, you know. And I can remember when this government decided to raise the minimum wage, the PNP say it going to run out too much people out of job, people cannot afford. They was against the minimum wage, you know. And now they come and tell people say minimum wage can't do nothing. Them say if the government raise it, employers now go able to employ people and the unemployment go up. And that them say no. And now them still say the minimum wage. So we don't really want to hear nobody can talk about minimum wage. Listen to me. This is a farmer. This is a small farmer. And me can get a man for work for $4,000 a day so easy. If a man go work for me for $4,000 a day, you have to say I'm a friend. I have 5,000 people I work for my farm, minimum. So 6 days a week, 6, 5 or 30, at $30,000 them I work on the farm, you know. And if they take $4,000 at $24,000, so minimum wage are just something to protect people, to make people not take advantage of poor people and pay them $10,000. Because you see them same PNP where you attack, if the minimum wage never set at 15 and them employ people, them would want people give people $10,000 a week, you know, and probably less, you know. You understand? So the government said that is just a protection. That is not a mandate for people pay. That's a protection for poor people. So people not supposed to take that. Only stupid people take minimum wage, make talking point, you know. You understand? People not, yeah?
You're a big farmer, man.
No, really, you know, but you have to pay for help because you cannot do everything yourself and you have to get help. And this is what the people want for help.
And tell them that you can get the loan, agri loan from the Development Bank of Jamaica. So if you have a farmland, you have a little farm or a big scale farm, you can get agri loan up to $30 million. Yes, and if you have if you go to heart and you have a trade and you know you need some tools, there is the tool for grant loan.
Grant for startup loan.
Yeah. And there are the Development Bank of Jamaica also give away grants. That are money where you not have to pay back.
Understand? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
People who want to start up them business, if you want to invest in your country and you want to stop complaining about foreigners that come and invest,
you understand?
the Development Bank is there for you.
Yeah. You know, so people no need for you come talk about it. It's one of the most hurtful things for people me hear them talk about. As I hear what minimum wage can do. The people they about walk up and down on road and then nah do nothing. And they call them and say, brother, come do 1 2 day work with me. Let me tell you say you want $6,000 a day and you want $5,000 a day.
Hey, you know, I find
and the
interesting,
government
bro.
say, all right, we are going to make sure so nobody can give you less than so and so. We don't mean say you have to go work for so and so, because if you can get more, you get more. You have the opportunity, you have options now, you know. So you exercise your option. You can get $10 there, sir. You can get $20 there, sir.
You know, I find interesting, bro, is that so many females who work minimum wage eat KFC every day for their lunch.
You understand me?
And them buy them wig, them buy them wig and them ear and them nails.
But you have somebody now where they up in a middle income or way up there. Hardly I buy KFC.
You understand me?
So I wonder, how is it? So that means a minimum wage greater than the person.
We're not financially literate.
And then
that is the problem.
The next
when we see the money, we skin catch a fire and we just spend. And then we blame government when we become old and not anything.
But Bracy,
you understand?
Look at it, Bracy. There's this man in Portland, this farmer in Portland. When you're going to Orange Bay side, I don't know how many people know that big farm right there. And the man have $5,000 a day, and him can't find nobody. But
can't find nobody.
People still come out and say them nah no work, and them this and them can't get work, and so forth. You understand? This is what I'm talking about. And then they're saying minimum wage, this and minimum wage that. Nobody never say minimum wage great. And you this and that, but minimum wage is just a start.
Yeah, and in the mandate, poor people forgot to take minimum wage job. Minimum wage is for the people where you can't find nothing else to do. So it's better than nothing. You know? It's better than nothing.
But guys, Mario, you know, there is something that I hate about the conversation that the guy came with this morning. You know, because he used the minimum wage because he thought that was one of his PowerPoint to come with. And I realized he's not on the live anymore because, you know, he went off after he realized that, you know, he was coupled with the minimum wage and realized that it was fake. But what he was saying, right? We are blaming other people and we got the power and we must just do what we were put there to do and stop talking about other people, right? And I realized this is one of the talking points for persons who come in on the live and talking about they're not political, right? That's a political argument. And we need to address it. We need to address it. Look at it. But let me just
No, make sure finish. Make him finish, man. Make him run him, and then you continue.
Yeah. So you are going to tell me that I hire Classic to do a piece of work for me. Classic mess up the work, right? And me hire DUJON to fix the work, right? And when DUJON come, right? Me now, I will come and talk to DUJON about the work and ask DUJON why it take so long with the work. DUJON must remind me that Classic have messed up the work before and him have to do this to fix it and that to fix it. He must just fix it. No, if me have a pressure DUJON to get it done on time, you know, DUJON have to go remind me, you know, what caused him to a delay, you know, and point out to me what is the delay, why it might take so long, you know. Yes, I expect him to fix it. But he have to point out to me the delay. Look, one pipe then figure yourself. Classic then put the pipe yourself. Some may have to chop out the pipe from yourself and then chop out the one.
Use Mario.
Classic alright person for you. Go and use Classic, my boy. Go and use Classic alright.
But somebody been want to come in. I'm not going to stay too long. Somebody been want to come in.
Use Richards. You Richards are Howard.
Yeah, man. But that's the point of me I'm still. So the other person can come in.
I was having a conversation with a past lecturer. He's a PNP, start PNP. No, as a start lecturer, you're supposed you expect him to know better, right? He is saying that minimum wage can't do nothing, and if you go in a supermarket, you can't buy nothing and really. Mister, look, just you know for a fact that minimum wage means that the employer can't pay you below. It's just a benchmark. No, I wicked, the government wicked, and them should have pay more, and them should. And me I say, no man. So I say, look, when the minimum wage was $6,200, nobody came out and complained about it. So why is it that the government come in and raise the minimum wage 2 times? 2 times it was raised. And I know complain same way. Mark here, he's a lecturer, so him now from him leave school, him sign up for you for Michael, him get through and him with that lecturer case. He has been in high profile jobs from then and him has 70 odd. Right now he's living abroad. So what him a tell me is say the film government never see it fit for raise minimum wage over the years, and Labour right come in and see it fit to raise the minimum wage 2 times, and them still have a problem. Them just hypocritical. I'm tell him straight, Mr. You just being a hypocrite.
Anisha, the man they want drop in a fun box.
Alright. Hear me, I say,
No,
morning everybody.
hold on, may I talk to Anisha, man. No give him no chance, here. No got one stressing time in our relation.
Me?
But anyhow,
No man. No, it's not my partner.
Okay. Remind him also, you see, under the PNP, the garbage collectors, them workers there, they were getting below minimum wage under the PNP. So when somebody said earlier, government not pay minimum wage, you're true about that, because under the PNP, those people are getting below minimum wage. It is our government that increased it to above the minimum wage. Always remember that.
And them get uniform to classic. You know, see them in a tear up clothes.
And now they are contract workers. They are no longer contract workers.
But classic, even the security guards, them never used to get nothing much. I know them I get money. I get money. Them just disgusting. It's
Under the PNP enough time, I see the garbage workers.
Guys, wait there. Oh God, in the right, so till you can't right no more. I just have somebody in the car, them just stop, them go and pick up something to come back. Now the person said him think minimum wage supposed to be $20,000. I said to him, say, alright, fine enough. Me and you that works every single day, gone out. We need a little domestic helper to come and clean up a place and something like that. You think you can afford to pay them $20,000 a week? He said, no, that's not possible.
Mario, you know, so the same man what I was speaking to, read the minimum wage. That's the exact figure him say minimum wage should be. Mark enough for them government did have it at 6,200. But labor right then put it at $20,000. Tell me how that work out.
We're gonna talk now. Go on, Trace. Go on. Morning. What are the thing? Bless yourself. How much percentage of Jamaica work minimum wage? One bartender work $18,000 to $20,000. But one of the question we that want, one person will work for one of them PMP, MPR candidate, and you want to know what are the 63 plus then councillors and me. We are take care of one of them mother, clean up one of them household. Me that want somebody like that to talk how much that person they are pay them. Because minimum wage no say you have to pay them that. So me that want know how much of them we say $15,000 and no use. I pay one of them employee we are work minimum wage over 15,000. Because if you have your money, you know, and you employ somebody and you know 15,000 and no use, you can give him 30,000 a week, you know. Because you can afford to. So me that want to know all who say minimum wage and no use, you can't work. How much them a pay somebody we work for them under minimum wage. That
You
me
know,
that
so
want to find out.
one good
All of us
question
in
that
that no use.
comrades in a company life can't tell when a comrade boss appear on. Can't tell we if
That
not
a
get
good
above the
question.
minimum
That a
wage.
good question, classic.
Tell you about the
Some
20,000 and
PMP where,
above
where,
when
where
I
have
get
one
a week.
woman that take care of their mother or their elderly father. Or a clean up their house or their gardener. Or a wash their vehicle. Come one on the company life. Can't tell you how much you know boss a pay on a week. And speak the truth.
Your comrade boss to be exact.
And
Comrade
speak the
boss.
truth. Your comrade boss. Any peer in a be member of parliament as said to the true classic. Anybody who work for a PMP boss under minimum wage, tell me how much him a pay on a week. Cause them a say he can't work. So tell me how much him a pay on a week. And you know have to be a comrade now and labor, it cannot work for one comrade. Just come and talk the truth.
Yeah man, once the boss is a comrade, we want to hear how much I'm pay on a week. It has to be over 15,000, you know, but 1 year say over 15.
Somebody
Trace,
can't take the floor, me I go and wait.
Trace, you make a good point, you know. I'm never said this. I remember in the 90s, like 94, 95, up to 96. I have a friend, a virgin. He used to work for a prominent businessman down in a Mandeville where PGA used to do the businessman yard like 2, 3 times a week, right? And he used to, you know, like cook and stuff to them. And you know what the pay was like back then time. And them never used to pay him more than minimum wage. A $600 a week, they used to pay him them time. $600 a week. You hear me I
And
tell
that,
you? And him have to drive from Christian to go there.
and that and that it some of them just come as a chat through
But
they
you
have
know
mouth.
the thing change
We
no
not so
guys,
chillani right
guys.
now.
But hold on the chase. Remember your chain of thought. This is what they don't understand, you know. When the government say $15,000 a week, you know, it means $15,000 every 5 days, you know, for 5 days out of the week, you know. A 40-hour work week. So when them a work 7 days a week or 6 days a week, and them a say you're not supposed if that it doesn't count, you're not supposed to get 15,000. It's supposed to be more. It's supposed to be $3,000 a day if me really check it. 3, 5, or 15, then I guess me don't know. Maybe I saw it go for true. So no check that and do the maths.
Quick and go. Look here. I mean, nobody the thing. I think this minimum wage whoever bring up the topic here is kind of is a distracting. Look here. Currently, in a villa in a Mandeville, there's a big national opening up. One of the next point too. Wait. So, what about minimum? Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, I was saying, in Mandeville, on Villa Road, there's a big national opening up, a new national. The next thing, if minimum wage is such a big issue, why we have this these big parties where I charge how much millions or how much $1,000, how people get money for go all of these parties, back to back, weekend to weekend. You see me, and that I just see the party price, yeah, and I talk about clothes price, ear price, and all of these things. You know what I'm saying? So I say, yo, the amount of things in a first thing ever in our lifetime, we ever see so much, what you call it now, entrepreneurs. Me I say, you have the amount of car wash youth where they about the place, where you can go drive up, them have them like a power wash. First thing we ever see so much people are left out of Jamaica and go queue Panama and all over the place, where people get money from and I enjoy themselves. First in our own country, you see people that go hotel. One time back in my days, we never used to go hotel. Now you have the Jamaicans that experience the hotel experience. So, it's nonsense sometimes some people talk. Like nothing now go on. Nonsense.
But sometimes I have to look back on certain things, where I'm working now, before I started working here, right? I was working at a rum factory market. I was in the accounts department. You see them when I did the labeling, them I get $10,000. No, 13,000. No, 10,000 them they get. And them cost me and them market, me I go university, them not have no subject, them not have nothing at all. Every day them chat me, them cost me, them go on and them go on and them go on. Them are young people, them. Some of them just in them early 20s. Them not have a chick nor a child. Me keep saying to the production supervisor, she have her certificate and all of them something there. But through me and the production supervisor, we are friends. Them put them chat and them go on and them go on and them go on. We keep saying to them, the time when they chat with, oh no go school and elevate on yourself and try and move from here instead of that they watch with. Them go on and them go on and them go on. Before I left there, them one with themselves and thing till me leave and till I'm where I'm at now. The production supervisor leave. Would you believe that the company sell, and what the boss did was send them over with to the other company. He never have no discussion with them and just turn them over. And you know what they're working with, what them are doing now? Task work. So them basically are work to pay themselves. So me I say, how that makes sense too? Now I'm not work less now than when they used to work before. I do not have a chip nor a child. That means that I not think. I need to elevate on yourself than they watch me where better myself. And them not take my heat until most of sometimes them work sometimes I'll 2 times for the week them work. Sometimes 3 weeks straight. Them not have no work at all. So me I said that is the life that you guys want to live instead of elevate on yourself. So some of them people them not have no ambition. That is what it boils down to. Hello, everybody gone?
Yeah, man.
We're there, man. We're there, man. Look here, just encourage people, yo. Go back to school. We have too much people we can't read. Me have people we inbox me can't read, even though me said that already. And thing, you have too much people with unskill, you see me, and too much opportunity. That's how people need to focus. When me believe, we as Jamaican, we have a lifestyle and we want somebody to, a facilitator to finance it. Yeah, we want somebody to finance that type of lifestyle. You understand me? I say, and that's the problem. We have a big this, and we don't want to work, we don't want to put in the energy in it. You understand me? I say? Sometimes my next man may even prefer say, no, say, boy, you go out there go work, or a woman, and you come get them. I saw we think as Jamaicans more time. You see me? And a mentality they need to fix. You can't have big dreams and no one do nothing. Alright, watch out. Me more time when me go live. See, I said to somebody, say, so and so have work. So them feel say me have connection with the workplace. And me say, yo, so and so have work. Or me fi give them the contact number. Me fi tell them which part the address there. I say, no, you have the same phone where you have in a year and the same phone me have. Go up on Google. Them would want you to do everything for them. Probably would want you to come to them house and carry them go to work itself. Me not exaggerate. Me exaggerate in a bit. But that's how we think. You have people want you to go Google the contact number for you, give them. And look at things like that. No, man. The thing better, and people just need to jump on it. The thing better. If this did happen back in our days, when not far away, but in our 30s and 40s, with a far way better. All of these opportunities and so, but somehow we're blind to something.
Hey guys, you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dujan,
You
yeah.
hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, me I got end. I'm ending.
All right.
Alright, cool, Lujan. Big up yourself.
Dujan.